I don't think I'm going to be talking about any details, but I'll give you a content note anyway. This video is going to be about rape and sexual assault. I'll start off by giving you my baseline opinion on this. In my opinion, 99% of the blame for a rape falls squarely on the rapist. If you guess that the last 1% is the victim, you are guessing wrong and you don't know me at all. The last 1% of the blame for rape falls on the community that surrounds its happening. That's all of us, except for the victim. 0% of the blame falls on the victim. And if you don't agree with me about that, you're probably not going to agree with me about any of the rest of this video, but I'm going to keep on talking. It's Friday, Paul Talkers. I'm still vlogging every day in August, and I'm having no problem at all coming up with topics. Thanks, Kyriarchy. Today I finally want to take the time to address the anti-rape nail polish idea. I'll put a link to it in the doobly-doo. There are a lot of problems with this, but let me first address those 4 inventors. I am willing to believe that those 4 guys think they're doing a great, positive thing. I suspect their collective thought process went approximately like this. First of all, rape happens to women. You'll notice that I'm using a passive tense there. That is purposeful, despite the fact that it's bullshit. The second thought was probably, sometimes drugs are used to rape women. And then the third thought was probably, we should make it harder to use those drugs to rape women. The problem is, that first statement is some bullshit. The reason why it's bullshit is because rape doesn't just happen to women, rapists rape women. Rapists rape women. It's not really going to prevent rape. What it will actually do is make the rape happen to the person who's not wearing the nail polish. Some of you might still think that that's good enough, and really? The rape is going to happen to somebody, and literally every instance of recorded rape going to trial ever has included victim blaming. What was she wearing? Why didn't she do this? Why was she there? Etc. All that this nail polish would do is add another question for the defense. Defense attorney, do you have another question for the witness? Ma'am, are you aware of the fact that there is an anti-rape nail polish? Were you wearing it that night? Why weren't you wearing it that night? Why do you want to be raped? That is approximately what would happen. I wish I were making this up. I wish I were quoting an Onion article and this was a parody, but no. Literally the victims are always blamed. Literally the rapists are almost all recidivists who will do it again. The 4 fellows who came up with this idea responded to the backlash by saying, we are just one of the methods for combating all the rape that's happening, as if to excuse what they're doing. But it's really not. And when talking about the enormity of rape and sexual assault that happens to people, it is so tempting to use analogies to try to convey to people who don't get it how big of a problem it is. But just about every metaphor A, dehumanizes the victims, or B, fails to grasp just how horrible of a problem it is, or C, continues to think that the rape is inevitable. Rape is not inevitable. There are literally millions of men on this planet who have not raped anyone. Rape isn't happening because every guy does it. Rape happens a lot because every rapist does it a lot. Because many people refuse to believe that it's a problem that can be dealt with by attacking the rapists. There are tons of things that can be done far better than inventing an anti-rape nail polish. I'm gonna stop calling it that. There are many things that can be done to fight rape better than inventing a drug testing nail polish. I am not nearly knowledgeable, researched enough, nor eloquent enough to convey to you all the far better alternatives to this. So let me instead direct you to this link here. I don't normally do a lot of annotations in the middle of my videos, but go to this link here because this is a list of 11 things that are far better to do to prevent rape or to fight rape than coming up with this nail polish. And it's written by Elizabeth Plank, or Feministabulous, who is just fantastic, and she really knows what she's talking about, and she does a great job of breaking down the arguments. Even though I would never stop a woman from protecting herself, by all means, please do protect yourself individually. While I would not stop that, throwing every other woman to the rapist wolves, as it were, is not a solution. And if you believe that it is a solution, you're actually encouraging letting the rapists go free. You're actually encouraging blaming the victims who are over here rather than the ones who are over here. You're actually encouraging people thinking that this problem is closer to being solved, and that's bullshit, and it is not. That does not make things better. Something that all of us can do on Twitter, on Facebook, on Tumblr, in conversations. Here's something that we can do. Never, ever, ever allow a rapist to become sympathetic. Never go along with those, oh, those poor football players have lost their scholarship. That's a shame. Because f that shit. They raped someone. Their lives should be ruined. Don't sympathize with the rapists. Whenever you see something on Twitter that says, this is a thing that a rape victim can do to prevent herself from being raped, don't yell and scream and say, that's a fantastic thing. Say instead, well, what are you doing to fight the rapists? We can all change the conversations from blaming the victims and letting the rapists go to saying, f the rapists. They're the assholes. They're all to blame. Don't let them off. These are things that we can all do. I think I burned some calories from all this ranting. If you support this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe below. If you want to share this video, please retweet it, please reblog it, please share it. I would appreciate that. A word to the rape apologists and victim blamers before you comment here. I will see your shit, and I will not allow it. You will immediately be blocked from my page. So there's no point. Save yourself a couple of minutes and just go away. But if you are not a rape apologist, and if you are not a victim blamer, then by all means, please comment below and tell me your thoughts, suggestions, questions. I'd appreciate hearing from you. If nothing else, tell me something that matters to you because I want to know what matters to you. And as always, thanks for watching. Tomorrow will be even better.